The purpose of this channel and its videos are to show youth that there is another way that they can move through life without getting into trouble. I hope you enjoy. Hey guys, today we're going to talk about getting your full patch in a 1% Outlaw Motorcycle Club. So when you're a prospect, you're not actually a member of that club yet. So it takes a year it could take over a year to end up being a full patch member. Full patch member is someone that can wear the club insignia. For example, as a prospect, you only get a little prospect patch and a little Australia rocker on the back of your vest. When you get your full patch, you get the name of that club, their symbol, and like you get everything on your vest. So as a prospect, you do the things that the club needs you to do to be able to get your full patch. Mine took me about a year and a half because we changed charters. But when you get your full patch, so I know why kids that have never felt like they belong to anything, like let's just say they've got a broken home or they don't have a good family structure, they're the kids that these are the kids that would be intrigued about this stuff. So because when you get your full patch, like the night I got my full patch, sometimes they play a joke on you, so they did with me. They said, Ando, you got to come in here and have a chat. I said, yep, went in there. And they said, man, you fucked up. And I'm like, what do you mean I fucked up? And then they're all sort of looking at me and then they're all sitting down shaking their heads. And I'm like, what's going on? And then one of them threw the vest at me and said, congratulations, you're now a member of our club. And it's like a real empowering feeling, like you feel like you finally belong to something. And I think I missed that from sports. Like after I left sports, I think that's when I lost that sort of unit. But yeah, I could see why that would drag kids in, because it's you feel like you belong to a family then. Like a kid that has never had a good family or never had belonged anywhere, like, you know, the outcast in school, the outcast in life, like it would be very powerful for them to join up with a club. But on the other hand, man, like that family that family that you think you have, it isn't real. And kids getting in trouble, other ways you could go around, like other places you can get that from, like if maybe go up and join up at a boxing club, maybe join a sports team, even join a all men's gym where like you feel like you're a part of something. Just join something, even like a youth group where like you can go and hang around other kids and do all that stuff, because there is other places that you can get that feeling of family from, you know what I mean? Yeah, because I know how it would drag people in, and I reckon that's the number one reason why people join outlaw motorcycle clubs, is to feel that sense of belonging and family. But after a long time, you realise that's not there. But yeah, so getting your full patch is a really good feeling. You know, it's one of the best days of your life, but also one of the worst days of your life, because now that is your life. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, so kids that are going down that route, like there are other ways to get that feeling to belong to something, man. And there's a lot of men's groups that work with people. There's one on the Gold Coast called Amend, and they work with a lot of men, and you do feel a part of the family when you go and do these like retreats and stuff like that. It's a very good feeling, and I hadn't felt that since I left the club. I started feeling that when I started getting involved with these gyms or these groups, like, you know what I mean, men's retreats, and you start to feel that sense of belonging without the crime aspect to it. It's a good feeling.